Hope you're aware that China is involved in more than 1,000 projects and still counting around the world. Yes, all over the globe. Don't be amazed or surprised. China is really doing amazing stuff concerning infrastructures. China is renowned for being fascinated with building enormous mega projects to accommodate its constantly growing population. American engineers acknowledge that China is the only nation in the world that can compete with it when it comes to building mega projects. Today, China fully merits the moniker constructive ocean magician. It is clear from these projects that China's reputation for technical brilliance is well merited, and it appears that the country's current construction boom is set to come an end. This is fantastic! In today's video, we'll show you why China's mega constructions are the best in the world. But before we get started, we kindly ask that you show your support by liking and subscribing to China Mega Projects. We also value your opinions, so we encourage you to discuss these groundbreaking technologies in the comment section. Let's look at the big engineering projects in this issue. Let's go on right now. Let's talk about a bridge that the US couldn't fix. The Hamilton Bridge in New York City, which crosses the Harlem River and is a key route for local transit. However, due to the bridge's age, safety concerns arose, prompting the United States to request international engineering bids. Naturally, China was one of the big contenders, but could the United States accept this? The United States kept putting up roadblocks and demanding strict conditions to ensure that existing traffic would not be effective during construction. Why then should they construct a new bridge? Engineers in other nations would have given up when faced with such challenges, since nobody could continue using something that is broken because it's damaged. But China is different. China assisted the United States in repairing the bridge, and the engineering quality completely complied with American norms. It is wishful thinking to try to worry Chinese engineers. Let's relocate the 1-mile-long Sudanese Mero Dam, which is in Saudi Arabia and was constructed by Chinese engineers. It is situated approximately 350 kilometers north of country's capital, Khartoum. Given that China's Three Gorges Dam is only 2,000 kilometers long and the Mero Dam is essentially the second Three Gorges Dam, the length of the day would be the longest in the world. When Sudan first issued a global tender, very few nations, including the United States, dared to respond because the budget for this project was too low to be profitable. China stepped up and took on the project after reaching an agreement. Then what eventually happened? Please kindly click on the like and subscribe button now. Boom! Although a group of Chinese specialists was deployed to help with the building, it first ran into problems since Sudan lacked the industrial and economic might to employ cutting-edge materials. This forced China to come up with a straightforward design that was set in stone. But because Sudan's engineers lacked the necessary technical know-how, Chinese engineers had to work on the construction site at the same time. The Sudanese engineers and soon talented Sudanese engineers, as well as China, arose. They overcame several obstacles to finish the project, and after the dam was built, Sudan saw a huge increase in its overall strength. China helped build the dam in Sudan, but as American experts had anticipated, the project's budget was woefully inadequate, leaving China with little profit. China just wants to continue working with African nations after completing current projects. China has now become one of the most welcome countries in Africa as a result of Sudan's high level of trust in it and the country's collaborations that have resulted. China is known as the magician of construction, yet as everyone who has ever worked on a tunnel knows, it was extremely difficult to dig 14 kilometers in a little over 2 years. Given that the longest tunnel in North Africa was declared a disaster by French experts because of its challenging geological circumstances, this defies the description of China as the magician of construction. The issue was overcome by Chinese engineers over the course of roughly 7 years, as the tunnel's success demonstrated. Many nations have trusted China with its infrastructure projects due to its superior construction skills, and they've not disappointed in any. That's quite an interesting fact about China. Today, before the project was even finished, it attracted international attention. Electricity construction has always been a focal point of China's future, as its vast population demands more and more energy every year. China's influence in Africa has gradually surpassed that of France. Although the building of the Three Gorges Dam substantially increased China's power supply, it was still unable to fulfill the nation's present electrical needs. This is because many economic facilities in the country depend on water support. Due to China's reputation for having highly developed hydraulic engineering, the centerpiece of the west to east energy transmission project, the thermal and hydropower station, is already one of the biggest arch dams now being built in the world. The second largest hydropower station downstream of the Jinjiang River, a month for major hydropower station, is the Baiheat and Hydropower Plant, which is built in a physically difficult area of the main channel for the Xinjiang River. The hydropower facility was finished in under 4 years and began storing water. It then underwent grid commissioning and electrical testing before all units were officially placed into service. The success of the Baiheat and Hydropower Plants project, which set multiple world records, demonstrated China's impressive engineering prowess, particularly in the field of power production at the time. This hydroelectric power plant is distinct because it is the most potent hydroelectric power plant in western China. However, considering China's position in an earthquake-prone region, building such massive structures was not an easy undertaking. It has to be earthquake-resistant, sturdy, dependable, and durable in order for construction workers to dig and supply materials concurrently while building the dams. Because basalt has numerous fissures and is prone to cracking, the natural dam foundation of the Jinjiang River area is not stable. If basalt is exposed to water for an extended length of time, the risk of collapse increases as a result of its expansion. The engineering group in China employed low-heat cement. In addition to developing seamless construction joint technology to make the spillway tunnel finally seem mirror-flawless, they made sure that during casting, little heat was produced to prevent cracking. Undoubtedly the biggest series of unpressurized spillway tunnels in the world, the flood discharge test released water at a pace of 40 kilometers per second. The Baiheat and Hydropower Plant is a crucial project in China's water management strategy since it'll considerably contribute to global green low-carbon environmental protection efforts while providing enough energy to eastern China. With its strong subterranean cavity, the Baiheat and Hydropower Station's power output can supply over 500,000 homes with all of their yearly electricity needs in just one day. Despite varying views on environmental issues, these huge generators can now be installed and operated securely. With the advent of new water management strategies, China's future energy direction transitions from conventional to clean energy. China is poised to advance in the clean energy road after successfully completing several large-scale engineering projects while expanding investment. With its vast market and sophisticated industrial system, China's new infrastructure is confronting unheard-of growth chances in new projects to build a high-level technical innovation pattern. China's development foundation has no plans to deploy new infrastructure because it meets all the requirements in terms of technological maturity. The real economy has been deeply integrated with digital technology, giving China an edge with a wealth of data in many different application scenarios that make it possible to build new infrastructure using current technology. Fast forwarding, and boom! Since the People's Republic of China, or PRC, was established 70 years ago, the Chinese people have created innumerable miracles by overcoming technological obstacles. China's road building has advanced significantly, going from being behind other nations in terms of transportation infrastructure to possessing the longest high-speed railway and expressway mileages in the world. From independently designing and constructing the first very big bridge, the Nanjing Yangtze River Bridge, to creating the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, the world's longest cross-sea bridge, China's bridge construction has come to symbolize the nation. China has achieved a development miracle unheard of in human history, turning desire into reality with projects ranging from lunar probing to deep investigation. Why did China manage to finish so many projects involving advanced engineering in just a few decades? The leadership of the Chinese Communist Party and the benefits of the socialist system are inextricably linked to the accomplishments. The Nanjing Yangtze River Bridge cost the nation 287 million yuan to construct, despite the fact that China's combined gross domestic product at the time of construction was just 140 billion yuan. To design the bridge, nearly every bridge specialist in the nation was gathered, and between 7,000 and 10,000 builders were hired to build the bridge from both the northern and southern sides of the Yangtze River. An engineer who worked on the bridge's construction, Long Chipu, described how they overcame several obstacles, such as a shortage of resources like money, materials, and technology, and continued to work on the project with vigor. Because it can focus all national resources on pressing concerns, the nation is able to start and complete large engineering projects. The country successfully executes plans with concentrated efforts, as evidenced by the South to North Water Diversion Project, the largest of its type in the world. As the project passes through 100 countries and 7 provinces and cities, around 380,000 people had to be moved, and 500,000 citizens had to find new employment. In order to ensure that all affected citizens were willing to be moved, the party organizations and governments at all levels rallied grassroots-level cadres. According to a study fellow, the completion of the resettlement within 2 years is a miracle in the history of population relocation. He said that this efficiency is a key benefit of the South to North Water Diversion Project. China has been inspired to create its own systems through creativity and workmanship. What makes massive engineering projects unique? It involves more than simply size and capacity. It also involves technical advancement and standards established by China. China is home to 7 of the largest ports in the world in terms of cargo handling. One of these is the deep water port of Yangshan in Shanghai. With 80 automated guiding trucks, 88 rail-mounted gantry cranes, and 16 traveling cranes, the 4th phase port project is the largest automated port in the world. The port was able to complete container loading, unloading, and horizontal transit thanks to the infrastructure. It's important to note that Chinese businesses separately designed every technology for the Phase 4 port. These extraordinary constructions, which showcase China's precision, length, height, and speed, uplift the Chinese people and astound the rest of the globe. China's infrastructure not only makes life more convenient for its residents, but it has also begun to help other nations upgrade their infrastructure. China's infrastructure projects have not only aided in the development of other nations, but they have also offered China a number of advantages. It's a win-win situation. China's remarkable engineering and construction strength has left many foreigners believing that China is already a developed country. We would love to hear your thoughts and insights in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more fascinating content. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!